this thing on? Can you hear me? Is there anybody out there? Hey, tune in. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the homie Big Hank. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. And it's featuring the co-host Big Hank. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. Everybody tune in, you dig it? It's funny as hell, my dude. It's where we can kick it. Everything is going down. They about to do the most. It ain't a confrontation, it's a conversation, homie. Yo, on the week.
Y'all, I am so sorry I was muted. I am your girl, Miss Uniqueness with all the sweetness, and I am your co-host for the Roy Anthony Show. And today's topic is FBI cover-up, Olympic champions, and a sexual predator child molester. Let's get into it. Y'all tap in and tell us y'all feedback through these comments and everything. And Mr. Roy put me on the spot, so I hope I did okay.
What it do? You was doing fine, except you know what? We've been through that food where we have muted our phones, so you just passed the first dose. We always go through where you know how many times I've been talking, I was up hyped and my mic was muted.
And then here's nothing.
Yeah, I saw your mouth moving and stuff, and then I tried to give it on the private chat. But how you doing though?
I'm good. I was nervous. I was going over it really good. And then when you put me on there, I didn't know what to say. Didn't know what to say.
Well, you know what? See, I tell people this. You know, like in stand up comedy, I can do stand up comedy, and next you know, somebody will say, "Oh, I can do that." And then when they get up there and they find that it just ain't all that simple, you know.
It's not.
But you was doing well and stuff. This with all the sweetness.
Y'all, I didn't know what to say, y'all. It's just I'm sweet. My name is
Oh,
Unique.
yeah. Hey, you did a very good job. Don't even worry about that. We know that Big Hank will be coming in a second. And we want all our viewers to know we always try to keep it so 100. And Miss Uniqueness, you know, her real name, Christina Carter, Miss Uniqueness, has been coming in as a wonderful co host. Matter of fact, we've been putting it to where she's going to be doing a lot of the. If Roy Anthony had to come out sometimes, I'd be trying to be where I can step in, but now I'm starting to be where I have movie sets they asked me to be at, different performances, and so there's some of the hours that's going to be in between. But I know between me, Miss Uniqueness, and Big Hank when he comes in and stuff, and we're working on them getting this changing up the title. We got to get that. When he say the co-host Big Hank, who's in the house, let me bring him on in. What's up, big bro? How you doing, Big Hank?
Oh, I'm good. What's up, Roy? What's up, Miss Uniqueness? What's happening?
It was good.
You already know, man. We gonna keep on doing what we've been doing, man.
Yep. We let Miss Uniqueness start the show off. It's all right. She one of the things that we done before be talking and her mic was muted.
That was
Uh,
my first one.
Yeah,
Now
that was the first, but that's all right though. Because now we are challenging. You learn through the different mistakes and stuff like that.
yeah,
So then
yeah,
again, you like, oh, let me make sure my mic is checked. I've done that.
yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
Big Hank, the topic just reading today is FBI cover up.
Charlie Price, Bobby Cruz.
It was somebody's TV is up because I can hear it in the background. Um, it's FBI cover up, Olympic champions, and a sexual predator / child molester.
Damn, who is that?
Oh my God, man! Yesterday, somebody's TV on the side. I can hear.
Oh,
Is that
Mike is
you can
not
hear
on.
somebody? Oh, that's Oh, he has something going on, the TV or something. So everybody, while Big Hank is coming back in, yesterday they just had the Senate hearing. Hank,
Yeah.
Olympic champions like
Oh,
Simone.
yeah.
You saw
Right.
that, right?
Yes.
Now, why they had the hearing is because these young women, which are Olympic champions, went to the FBI,
Yeah.
went to the proper authorities. The proper authorities ignored them
Yes, sir. I remember
and
that.
let this sexual predator go another year or so. But what's so trippy about it is his name is Larry Nassar. Larry
Yeah.
Nassar was the head doctor over hundreds of little girls
Yes. Yeah.
and all that.
Yes.
Not only, oh my God, man, not only was he not over that, when they finally arrested him, he had hours and hours of child pornography.
Yeah.
What the Senate was about yesterday is that the champions like Simeon Ball, why wouldn't I tell people, and I don't understand this stuff. Like, it starts with the family stuff I seen when I was listening to Miss Uniqueness and her sister in there a couple of weeks ago when they were talking about how the uncles and stuff like that and the little kids shouldn't be by themselves and stuff. What, you feel? Then they say,
Yeah.
don't tell nobody.
Yeah.
The secrecy stuff. With the
Yeah.
sickness. I want to bring it. I want to show and then let y'all. I want to bring one of the things up. Now, I brought up Larry Nassar. I want to show. I want to
Larry Nasty.
show. It should
We'll
be
call it.
Larry Nasty.
Yeah. You Larry Nasty. That's what we're gonna call him. Larry
Yeah,
Nasty.
I'm gonna add to the stream. Now this is him.
This motherfucker,
So
man.
perverted.
Larry Nassar is a respected doctor over the women's
Gymnastic team. The
gymnastics.
gymnastic team.
Yes.
That's ridiculous,
And it's
man.
not just. And what gets me is how in the world the FBI. Now, every time we see that, we think that the FBI is going to be able to do more than
Than
we
the
think that the
police.
state police.
Right.
Now, the FBI, when I was a kid, my uncles and them was original Black Panthers from the Compton chapter. When they got a call in the middle of the night, because at the time, J. Edgar Hoover was over the FBI and the CIA. Now, of all these things we got going on in the world, why in the world would we be concentrating on a black group of people that's trying to help their own neighborhoods and following the rights of the law states? That's what my uncle told me. They was all military guys, and the media builds it up like they was some type of gang and stuff, and they wasn't. Now, here we got where these champions, these women went and represented the United States. But they got this dude
Yeah,
And
killing on them.
and what's the trip? What's the trip, y'all? Okay. Before here is, I want to add this right quick. This is this. Hold up. I'm sorry. Let me bring in the file. This is the ladies yesterday. They was at the Senate because they went to the police to talk to
Right
them
to the
about,
FBI.
yes. Now,
Right.
if you're an Olympic champion, you should be taken seriously as an Olympic
Yeah.
champion, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they saying that, okay, here it is. I'm gonna bring this up. Stop right here.
Man,
Um,
I
sure,
heard. I heard. I heard
time
one girl.
on
Hey, I heard.
before
I heard one of.
we want to show. Uh, Go ahead, Big Hank. What you say?
I had heard one of the girls. Her testimony was that she had her she was getting worked on by Nasser, and Nasser gave her some sleeping pills, and when she woke up, she was naked, and dude was on top of her. And then
Why
she went
woke
to the
up
FBI.
or
When she woke up, he was on top of that. I mean, he was doing what he was doing when she was asleep. You dig what I'm saying? So, but when she woke up, he was on top of her. Then when she told the FBI said there, and all he said, "Is that all?" He said, "Is that all?" And she like, man, she couldn't believe it.
yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. See, my
Wow.
thing is that just like I be saying about waiting for this thing to show up, all of a sudden when we hear more news and stuff, right? More people checking in. All of a sudden, it's the internet and stuff was going down.
Yeah.
Look, bro.
Start tripping. It always start tripping.
Um. Um. When I seen this, start thinking about all the other little girls that aren't Olympic champions and had to
Yeah.
go through threats like this, right? They don't
And that's
have a voice to say.
yeah, for real, man. And that's why the FBI didn't do nothing because they were doing the same damn thing.
And that's my point. I want to see that what you just said, Big Hank, doesn't it's a cover up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they part of it? If you don't act upon it, like, okay, if me, I'd have been trying to bring this file up and it
I
seems like
know.
their time. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time to bring this up.
Yeah.
I'm just moving until I can get it going because I don't know what is going on. My thing is, what you just said, Big Hank,
Yeah.
are these,
Yeah.
you say
When
it again, man, because
listen to
I'm
me.
hearing you.
Listen to me, man. When you
Yeah.
indulging in the same thing that somebody else is doing, you will always try to cover that up. You don't want to bring it to the light. So the FBI, listen, that part, man, the FBI, man, and them, they were some old white dudes too that probably feeling on some little girls they sell. You understand what I'm saying? And so they didn't want to open that door up. But now it's a guy. They got the guy in there now. He gonna help them. But they was just doing the same thing. That's all.
But this got me Olympic my own bios, Ali Rasman, among star gymnasts who say the FBI badly mishandled the Larry Nassar investigation. Now,
Yes, sir.
I didn't handle it, right? So we start reading it, right? This is the part that got me. I don't want to read this part. It says that it took, Rasman
14.
told the senators it took over 14 months for FBI to contact her after her initial report of Nassar's sexual assaults to USA Gymnastics in June 2015.
That's crazy.
Now, it was asked, why would duly sworn officers ignore reports of abuse across state lines? It wasn't just her.
You
It
know
was
why?
a whole bunch of them.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm saying to myself, what more can what do a person supposed to do? What do a kid supposed to do? Now, 2 weeks ago we heard that they not supposed to tell the family members what happens in the house, stay in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these women are brave enough to come, just like I applaud the women that has to go through in the Hollywood stuff when they was dealing with Weinstein and everything.
Yeah.
I'll be honest too, man, because it's an old ass story, isn't it, Big Hank?
No, no, man, I wouldn't.
No. I'm not
wouldn't
teasing with you. I'm just saying this.
No.
We get tired of hearing this same stuff over and
Yes,
over.
sir. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. And it's the powers that be, that let that kind of stuff go on, man. You dig what I'm saying? That's why we need to change, man. We got to make a change, man. If we don't get up in there and start changing something, it ain't gonna change.
We keep using the same people because, to my understanding, J. Edgar Hoover was not brought up no more in history because he got caught, the little boy who had been tied up and everything in his house. You so busy trying to make the black folks look bad in the Black Panther Party movement, but you got caught with little boy.
Yeah.
But
running out of his. Go ahead, Mr.
We
Nick.
are the people that put these people in these positions. We need to do more investigating before we put these people in these serious positions like that.
The FBI don't, Mr. Niggas?
Because of what you know. Of who you know. It ain't what you know, it's who you know. That's how a lot of people getting their way up the ladder like that.
But let's think.
Stepping their way in. We got to think about it. We are part of that problem.
But if you got Olympic champions who could get in front of the senators, 14 senators, what it said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, what about some of these kids, like what we heard with Jeffrey Epstein and the accusations to Senator Gatz down there in Florida? I mean, these kids don't have no voice.
Mm-hmm.
You run to the police to find that they part of that scary movie. You think you running for safety and they part of the same code.
Yeah. They running you right into the trap.
Right into the trap.
Yeah.
See, I can't understand that it seems like it's getting worse and worse every time I look up. And nobody ain't bopping them upside the head. I'm seeing people getting killed for traffic stops. But I see these guys being walked. Like the judge has had to tell the judge for Larry Nassar had to tell the prisons to freeze his money. He operating still while he in the prison.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know about other people and their children. I have a 13-year-old daughter. Lord knows, I wish. I remember when she was 12, she started growing her little baby bump things and stuff. And if it was up to me, but guess what? These pedophiles is looking at little girls. We've seen the reports where the little girls is pregnant at 10 and 11. The one little girl in Texas, she's 11, and the assailant's 24. I call them assailant. They can say, "Oh, we was in love." How the world you 24 years old in love with an 11-year-old?
Never, not never, never.
Ain't no way.
Never.
Now, are people telling me to accept these things? It sounds like the FBI was. They heard these women's cries. But it said that why they also in trouble, Hank, is that they tried to cover it up.
That's why. Why would you cover it up? Because you were doing the same shit.
That's they fetish too. Bullshit. That's what it is.
They was covering. See, hey, I always said that about. Okay.
Yeah, they. Well, I heard that I heard a few of them cats died, and one of them just got fired. I don't know how long ago this been going on, but come on, man, that's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess it was about 4 or 5 of them cats that was involved, even probably even more, but a few of them died. One of them just got fired, and I guess they got rid of the rest of them, man.
But see, like, and look at the ones. Okay, let's even go with the state police. There was a guy I was going to do a report. And I mentioned him, the one in New York, who was told that he was with little kids back in '98 and stuff, and they let him stay on for 12 or 14 more years. Now, see, my grandmother said, "Don't let your good be spoken evil of." There's no way that anybody ever said Roy touched any girl or anything. I ain't never had nothing even suspicious like that.
None of that.
Never went into jail and they asked you what you in here for. Me, it's always been about some money and try to come up quick money.
Yeah.
I've seen the guys when they say, "Oh man," they tried to say I touched my niece, and I've seen the worst ass whoopings given.
That's what's gonna happen.
But these guys are preying upon little kids. That's why they call them
predators.
Now, you ever seen the movie Predator? He's invisible. His camouflage makes him invisible, and he's dangerous in the mud, right? Mm-hmm. These are predators for kids. They invisible.
Kids, man.
I was looking at a Aretha Franklin movie, man, and I'm like, how in the world that you gonna keep having a party and your baby done had 2 babies now? Now, how do I supposed to look at this? I saw the movie Aretha. I'm thinking dad and every male in there needs their butt whooped. You partying so hard that you don't know who done crept into your daughter's room.
Done some experience, man. They're
now
not
somebody
like that.
Go ahead. What you say? Say it again, Mr.
Like, coming up, my mom and dad were on drugs, right? And it's like when they was doing their drugs, they had all these people coming in and smoking together and stuff, and all the time they go into the bathroom. Far as they know, they don't care because they high as the sky right now. At this point, all these little friend guys know where your baby's rooms are, and they coming up in there. Not one time would you come check on them and stuff like that. So they're not being aware. And then when they get pregnant, or some of them that do know what's going on and want to keep things closed up, not relying on information, that's affecting the child. Because you now know and you don't want to believe me. I would rather to believe a child and find out a lie than to not act on it and then find out later that they weren't lying. You see what I'm saying? And that's
well, see, a child ain't gonna just make up. A child ain't looking at news and stuff and saying, "Oh, he's messing." You know, I seen some teenagers do that to a teacher, and they found out that was a lie. But the teenagers are in the mindset.
I mean, this generation of kids do that now. They watch a lot of stuff now, and they do put people in those situations. But a majority of the time, it be factual stuff.
Yeah.
So, like I said, you want to act on it now and find out later that you lied, and not act on it at all and find out it wasn't.
You know, I'm gonna share this. One time, there was a dude we used to, we knew of him in school. We used to go play basketball, and he started dating one of the girls we grew up with in the neighborhood. So I was working at the hospital at this time. This is before I moved back to LA. I was a physical therapy orderly, and the hospital I was working at, she was it was the home girl, and she was having a baby with one of the homeboys. They had been together, and so when a woman has a baby at this particular hospital, the hospital will treat the woman and her husband, or male, whoever that is, with a big old T-bone steak dinner. It'd be good too. So I knew her, and I was like, "Well, where's the homie at?" And she said, "He ain't gonna be here." But she said, "You want to share my steak dinner?" I had a nice little baby boy. So I was an orderly. So I said, "Yeah, I ain't gonna turn down the steak dinner." So we in her room, in the hospital room, And I'm like, she said, you know, she didn't want to tell me in front of everybody, but the homeboy, now we all grew up together, but the homeboy is gone to prison. So I said, he's going to prison? She said, yeah, he's going through sentencing now while I was having this baby. I said, what? She got two other boys who at this time are 6 and 8. One time she got off work early and she picked up boys. And the little boy started crying, saying that he didn't make up his bed. So she said, boy, why are you worried about that? That was way this morning. And she said, I just don't want him to put his wee-wee in my mouth. She said, what?
I'm finna go back to jail. That would have been my first statement.
She said, his discipline while she at work and she pregnant, he is disciplining them by putting his penis in his kid's mouth. Now, the little boy, she had to know because he's saying, I don't want him to put my wee wee in his mouth. So he crying because when he get home, he knew he didn't make up his bed. What?
Yeah. Hey, them wasn't his kids, right? They was her kids.
Yes. She was having his kid.
Damn.
Now, to me, if my kid...
Wow. I killed that nigga.
That's my point. Now, they tell me that don't be vigilant and all this. But who's protecting the kids when they go to the police, they go to the FBI, and still there's nothing done?
That's crazy.
They can't trust nobody. That's the thing.
Here you representing the U.S. and these women got to go through it. What's going on with the other little girls who didn't make the Olympics and all that? They said he was over hundreds. But no, I'm going to tell you why we don't concentrate on it enough, because we got all these smoke and mirrors. We got COVID. And I'm going to say it. I don't care about no Zuckerberg and all that stuff. You got COVID. People ask me, okay, the Native American, when George Floyd got murdered, the Native Americans went to the Washington football team to make them change their name. They used to be called the Washington Redskins. But it got changed when George Floyd got killed. Now, all Native Americans, it's not just like I tell, because our producer is a Native American. But you see how he's open and cool, all that. Native Americans owned blacks as slaves and went to war with the North, and which was included with the black soldiers in the Civil War. Then they lost. That's how Buffalo Soldiers was created. The state of Oklahoma was given to blacks as a gift from the Native Americans because they had blacks as slaves and fought with the South against them. Now, all of a sudden, we all as one. But we got kids being molested every time I look up, and they go to the proper authorities. But no, you too busy over trying to kill me over a parking ticket. Well, I look suspicious. Look what this guy looked like. He looks suspicious to me.
Very suspicious.
Yeah.
But I'm the threat because I'm using intelligence, and we talk on our subject on today's topics with human intellect. It's not a confrontation, it's a conversation.
Yeah.
Now you get me, since anybody got something to say wrong, whatever, you get me as a parent, Miss Uniqueness a parent, Big Hank's a parent, and you tell us, as you being a parent, how would you feel if somebody, if your kid said something out the line?
Nigga, please. Man, I couldn't imagine hearing my son or my daughter tell me that, man. There's no way. No way. I
What my
wouldn't be. I know I wouldn't be here.
and it's disgusting because I be like, okay, my daughter, what she's on the Olympics, and she's looking at, oh, she wants to win gold, and she got all these aspirations and everything, right?
Yeah.
So does she find that this is normal? Because she goes to the U.S. gymnast doctor, the U.S. female doctor. He coming
Yeah.
in there, and she thinking it's normal because he's sticking fingers up jazz.
Mm.
It be them right there.
We got Miss Moore in the back. I'm gonna bring up Miss Moore, and you know
Oh,
she
yeah,
about to light up the fire, boy. Y'all ready
yeah,
for the fire to be lit?
I'm ready.
I'm bringing
I
Miss
got
Moore
my
right
heart.
now.
I'm
This
telling you.
to everybody who's been aware, if you've been watching the show, we have one of our mentors. Her name is Miss Jeanette Moore, coming from Mississippi. We about to bring her in. You know she's about to get hot. Hey,
Yes,
what's
sir.
up, Miss Moore? How you doing?
Unmute your phone, mama.
Unmute your phone.
Okay, I'm unmuted now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Cause I show, hold on, me, Liv. Cause I show was on mute. I'm in the patient house. But anyway, how y'all doing? What's
What's
happening?
up, Miss
Doing.
Moore? What's up, Miss Moore?
Hey, Miss Moore.
Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing but the rent, and it's gonna get paid today, not
You
tomorrow.
look beautiful.
In
You
that
look
order.
beautiful. Hey, you look beautiful today.
Just fine as
Well,
wine.
thank you. You
Yeah,
better know. Tell them, daughter. Yeah, you didn't know it was me, did it? This the
I
Oh,
other
I
my
see
side.
it.
boys, you a new
I see
look.
it. I
You know,
knew it. I just like
Hello,
the way it
world.
looked.
like
Thank you,
you know,
thank you.
I'm not comparing you to that Miss Butterworth syrup bottle, but have you seen her makeover? She used to have
Miss
a
Butterworth.
jemima rag on, and now she got a perm and everything. I have never seen you
I
like
had
that.
on one yesterday.
Yeah,
I
you be
know. This is the
working
other
so
side
much.
of me.
That's what it is. You got your hair glistening
I'm
and
working now.
everything. I know it.
I'm working now. I'm working
I
now, getting that
see.
money, getting that cheese. Get
That's
That's
that
it.
what's
See, I
cheese,
up.
like it.
dog.
Now, what you think on
But
this subject, Miss Moore?
okay, come on with it. The subject was y'all was talking about how
FBI
these
cover
folks
up, FBI cover up,
you,
Olympic champions, and a sexual predator / child molester. If you recognize the news yesterday, they had a Senate hearing with the Olympic champions that they had been crying about sexual harassment by the U.S. gymnast doctor, who they finally arrested in 2017 with not only hundreds and hundreds of molestation cases across the U.S., but also child pornography from some of his clients.
you know what? And I'm so glad that the word does not lie. Whatever you done in the dark, it's coming to the light.
That
And
part.
it's sad how many kids had to suffer for this because of something that one somebody did. You know, they've been molesting us ever since we've been in the world. You know, you look how many they call them mammoths back then would sit there, breastfeed their child and breastfeed the other child. But these are two brothers and sisters because the master done had sex with the wife and the hired help. But you know, all that they're doing, I I don't wish to be where he had read about now. Because if he's in jail, I know they got him somewhere secluded, so can't nobody get to him. But he might well get ready to pay the piper. Because he gonna have to give an account for all that. You take it, go back to just like the Catholic when they molested those kids, but y'all gonna be teaching them about the word of God. And how y'all teaching the word of God and y'all there doing what y'all do with it? This world is
Mm-mm.
coming to an end. And if they
Last of the
ain't ready,
last
they better
day.
try to get ready. So if you don't think it is, go over and read Revelation. You will see all of this. And it's sad, but we can stop a lot of this if we just give it to God. We can stop a whole lot of this. You know, whooping one or killing one ain't gonna change because you got a nudge sitting right back there. But God forbid, I had all boys. I should tell my boys if a female or a male try to get to your happy stick and you ain't get to them, come tell mama. I'm gonna handle
Yeah.
that.
That part.
Let
Yeah.
that alone. You know, they just nasty. That's the word I got for them. They ain't the word I really want to use, but they nasty. But
So
Yes,
you can
ma'am.
tell you're a mother that
God
raised
bless
just
their
boys.
ministry.
She said I
Yeah,
told
I
my
got you.
boys
I
if they
got those.
try to touch your happy stick,
You come tell
yes,
me.
ma'am.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
handle that. I'm gonna handle
yes,
that.
ma'am.
But I mean, the subject that y'all are on, it's a touching subject because of the fact I'm out here every day. And I see these young girls, because of the fact they done got mixed in these drugs and they doing all this, that, and the third. Because I'll tell anybody, because I'm not ashamed of my story. I was one of the baddest harlots that there was back in the day. Because I had to take care of my boys, but I did what I had to do to survive. But
Mhm.
they doing it just for the kick of it. But I could kick them in they ooh
But
wee.
Miss Moore, Miss
Ooh.
Moore. Now we're talking about girls that are let's say they old enough to leave out the house and go in as we please. But what about little kids
They
with aspirations of being a gymnast from 5 to 12 and 13? You under adult
it's
supervision,
sad.
do what the doctor told you to do what the
Mm-mm.
teacher tells you to do, and next thing you know, you go to the parent. Because I didn't see none of their parents. Some people are saying
You
that's the
know what?
sacrifice you got to go through to become a champion.
And you
That's a lot.
no, you don't. You ain't got to do all that. I didn't do none of that. I
But
was
see,
just a
Miss Moore, they
harlot.
went to the
And
FBI. They went to the FBI.
oh, what that were them the main ones that's doing it. They on board.
You saying what Big Hank, and
They
I
on
agree with
board.
what you Big, yeah. Because I say the
They
same
on
thing.
board.
I always said that unsolved murder must have been done by the police. I say that
And
Mhm.
that's
because there's
true.
no way
That's
that
what
you
that
can't
is. Now
find.
you can't. Reason why I say that is because of the fact this guy, he was an officer right here in Clarksdale. His daughter was tricking off with this dude, and the guy he was whooping her up because she deserved it, but then still, the officer had because he had his badge on, he had his gun, and he pulled up on a young man. Him and the daughter was fighting. He told that young man, "This is the last time you gonna hit my daughter." Now, mind you, he's trained to put him down, not to kill him. He shot him. The boy went down. He already down. What else can he do? Nothing. That nigga stood up over that young man and emptied his gun on that young man. What did they do to him? Good job. Good job. Really? See what I'm saying? Y'all commend them for what they do. But look at him
But
now.
see,
Good
that's the
job.
thing
He
though.
damn near dead.
But my thing is, okay, so he used his authority thing, but you said that his daughter
Exactly.
was getting whooped.
Yeah.
Now I made it up my mind because when I was growing up, my stepfather used to jump on my mother. And I'm gonna share something. I had to leave home when I was 16 because I graduated, but I threatened his life. One day I was in the house and I had an old 38, and he came to threaten my mother. And I told him because when I was a little kid, the only thing I could do was cry, like get over and cry. And then when I'm 16, and I'm
It's finna
finding
go
out in the
down.
streets that a dude who beats up on women, if you ain't pimping, and pimp don't beat their women in the face, he would jump on my mother. He's 6'2", my mother 5'2". He outran her about 150 pounds. I never seen him out in the streets. So I
Yeah.
came in one day and I heard my mother say, "When you gonna start paying bills? These boys, I'm working, my brother working. These boys is paying all the bills." He said, "Shut up, B." So my mother said, "Your mama is one." And he
Mhm.
said, "Man, I beat your ass." So when he said that, I came around the corner and said, "You ain't gonna touch nothing."
Mm.
I said, "I'm dropping you today, homie." And I was cousin too on everything, cuz. Touch my mama, I'm laying you flat. Cause I already made my mind. I get through court. They sympathize with me because I'm laying your big down. The fear in his face made me madder because now you was tough with my mother, but
Yeah.
now with me,
Now,
and he don't
yeah.
know the
Now
art
you're.
because my father's a roller from Long Beach. He from Oklahoma. This dude from Oklahoma. That's my brother's father. But I'm like, yo, man. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. So much of this confusion because I was trying to share that there's turmoil in my household. I would be told, "Hey, shut that up. You don't need to be talking about your parents' situation." Ain't my parent. They're fighting. He's fighting her. My mother talk stuff. They used to say, well, she's selling wolf tickets. I didn't accept that. So now I'm 16. I have the right. I done fought there in the streets. I done protected my neighborhood, so I'm going to protect my home. I made my mind. Then when everybody was shocked looking at me, for some reason, man, I want to shoot him and my brother because that's his seed. And I think I'm like I'm gonna end the whole seed. Now my child, if I felt like that with my mother, now my baby girl, it's 10 times worse. I don't have no understanding. I don't understand how the FBI cover up and this little girl saying, I tell men, how can men say anything about how a woman been raped, especially if a kid is innocent. What I don't like is that here's a 7-year-old to 10-year-old. They playing hopscotch, they looking at stuff, whatever. And then here comes old fiendish evil person to swallow up that little bit of innocence. We all born into sin, but when we get older, I got a lot of sin out uncovered, but this little babies don't have no sin like I have. Put your evilness on the end.
Well, those sexual predator research, they go watch the playgrounds, who coming and going, and who parents paying attention to them. They go to the schoolyards. They go to practice, like they outside doing cheerleader practice and stuff. These people are back in the cut watching. They're watching and they're preying on these babies. And some of them are not registered sex offenders. So when you log in to see how many in your neighborhood, some of them don't register because they're not registered. You see what I'm
I
saying?
know in LA, if they don't register, you're going to jail.
They doing homework. If they be by the church house, they be wherever. They do their research before they do it, and they snatch them up. So the parents got to be more cautious and watch their surroundings as well. Those are babies, and what you present, like even on social media, they got their little babies twerking and stuff as a fashion statement. Like sexual predators watching Facebook, they're watching the social media, they're watching the TikToks. See what I'm saying? Then when they get on, you gotta monitor what your babies are doing on social media, because everybody that has a baby picture are not the babies. They are indeed those sexual predator people. So you still gotta just check in on your kids, see what they're doing. See, you know, some things they may tell them where they stand at. Somebody be like, well, where you stay at? I'm gonna come see you. Or go out and take out the trash. Now your kids missing. That just happened to a family member of mine. Her son came up missing, a man in a van. Was talking to him as a little girl on the phone, and he came outside and he got snatched up. He didn't get too far, but you know, they found him, and thank God for that, because it could have been worse. So you just really know once this internet and phones and stuff got involved, a lot more is happening. We didn't have all that back then. Everybody in the neighborhood knew who everybody was. And if you come up missing too long, they calling the neighbors. The neighbors calling somebody.
But Miss Uniqueness, but then you say I have family members that, you know, forget the stranger out there.
That part too.
What about that internal part? I was like, man, don't invite me over to your barbecue, your family reunion, because and I probably start some risks with somebody like,
and it's the favorite family member. It got to the point with me, like I said on the Roy Anthony show, y'all gonna hear my business. It's the only place you'll hear. Look, it got to the point where we was getting sent to this babysitter's house, a family member, and every time that person come, my mama didn't get the picture. Like, I ain't want to go over there. I don't care what fun time we having. I ain't finna stay a night over there. You see, period. I'm not going. So she get mad. I get a whooping. Mom want to go to the club. She was like, you going over there today. And I'm crying. I'm big crocodile tears. And I still had to go. Here go this family member sitting here laughing in the club. You think you ain't coming today? You know, and every time you get ready to go to bed, have me going to the bathroom. Going to that bathroom. And I got fed up. And I'm like, I'm finna tell on you. You know, because I'm tired of this cousin now. I'm telling on you because you ain't finna make me do this time. Well, you know, if my mama got so much going on, and if you tell on me, I got you. I'm going to get everybody to beat you up. She ain't going to believe you anyway. So, yeah, it is family members. What you tell them, when you tell them, they still don't do nothing about it. So them other predators still winning.
Well, I'm starting a coalition called, if you get caught messing with a kid or raping some woman, you're getting your ass whooped to where you halfway dead. We're not gonna kill you. Like this one homie caught this one dude. They would beat him unconscious and wake him up, treat him up, and then whoop him up again.
Yeah.
Because it's
Whoop
getting
them,
tiresome out here. Go ahead,
whoop
Miss
them,
Moore. You had
whoop
something.
them, whoop them. Yeah, they need to be whooped. Yeah. I mean, it's sad, but your family members is the closest one to you, and those are the one that's actually doing. Bless you, that's doing a lot of this. But once again, if they can go back to where when we were kids coming up, the neighborhood watch you. If your parents wasn't at home and somebody came over there, the neighbor came out and told them, "Who you looking for?" Well, they mom ain't at home. You have to come back another time. But now, if you go outside and the neighbor ain't there and you trying to tell them to get out, you might well get ready to fight because they can jack you up. Because they so disrespectful nowadays. But
Mhm.
I'm glad them neighbor was nosy that I had. I appreciate them. I applaud them for that. And I still do it, even though little kids may cuss me out, I'll be like, okay, bless you. But they better be glad I gave my life to the Lord because I got some little children that don't mind fighting and they'll whoop them up. But, they don't know because kids are raising kids now. Babies having babies. And then those that are athletic, those that are talented, trying to make some of themselves, and these people running around here figuring, well, you can get over here, you can get that. I can blow you up, but you got to do this. If I got to do that, leave me homeless. If it's meant for me to be found, somebody will find me. They may have to come on the Roy Anthony show and
But
get discovered.
That's
yeah,
true.
but Miss Moore, you were saying a point because I never get one time I went to a club, Mr. That club over there in Carson, Big Hank, right by the mall, the Carson Mall used to be a club over there. Oh man, I keep forgetting. But I went in there, and so this young lady was asking me to dance, and so we danced for a couple of songs. So I said, "Let me get you a drink." That's what I do. We dance for a time, laugh, and take. So we go to the table, and she introduces me to her mama, her grandmama, and her great grandmama. And great
Wow.
grandmama looked like she was like 50, and she looked like she had it going on more than the other one. And I said, wow, 4 generations. They all at the club kicking it. I know Miss
Yeah.
Moore. I'm gonna bring Miss Moore down. I'm gonna take her off because I know she's working. I know that this is a touchy subject to a lot of people. All through as a kid, I've been molested, but it was by women, which I'm thankful that it was that because sometimes I don't know what type of life I would live if I grew up to find out I had someone's dick was in my mouth. I'm just being honest. I don't think that I could actually fathom the life. I don't know, but
Yeah,
I
my son
still was
experienced.
molested. Huh?
My
What you
son
say, Mission?
experienced a cousin. My son experienced a male cousin doing him like they will have him coming over to play the game and will have him doing that to him. And he was like, if you tell anybody, I'm gonna jump you and stuff like that. And my son just revealed it to us. I want to say last year, and
So where's that
really
cousin?
it was too late. He passed away. It was
Oh,
too
he
late.
passed away.
Yeah, and it's like
The Lord said, "Let me get you out the earth right now
understanding
because you're about to take a ass
I
whooping."
didn't have no understanding because I would talk to my kids and like if anybody touches you, talk to me. I try to make it comfortable where they can talk to me about anything. I don't make everything so serious to where none of my kids can talk to me. And it was a boyfriend that did that to one of my daughters. We didn't have a relationship. Like I said, my family's so broken and we don't have that relationship like we had, but it's better now. And it be a lot going on and kids are scared to say something in fear of what other people would say. So
Well,
I
see,
encourage everybody to speak up.
children depend on the take care of them. They
They crying out the whole time though. They cry out by
yeah.
behaving different or their body language change. They give you the signs. And I was young at the time, and like you said, you can't If I had a young mama that didn't know nothing, or she wasn't taught enough, so she couldn't teach me nothing, so everything that I learned was from the streets, you know. So sometimes it, like I said, I was raised up on struggle, not on love. So it wasn't there. That door wasn't open for me. I couldn't go sit at the table and talk to my mama about nothing that was going on. You know what I'm saying? Because you wasn't listening. You didn't have the mindset of listening. But when you seclude yourself off in a corner, you know, that could be a sign right there to say, right, I'm gonna need to hear what my baby's saying. But we give you the
So
signs all the time.
yeah. So what do we do? Like sometimes we're saying if this thing comes in front of us, because you know the devil can't read our thoughts. He can only hear the things we say. You know, the television is a lie about the devil, like, oh, he can't read your thoughts. That's in the word of God. He can only implement thoughts. It's for you who has a choice on what to do. Now, is this a demonic spirit? Demonicness has always attacked the little kids. Look when Moses was being born. They killed all the firstborn males from 1st to 2 year old because of your own self-indulgence that you want to be this and that. You heard that a ruler is coming up, so next thing you know, you kind of kill all the babies. We got all these people, and what's amazing about this story is that you're Olympic champion and you still can't be heard.
Right.
No, look, they was the wrong colored Olympic champions. That's why they wasn't heard.
No, there's blacks
That's
and
why they
whites.
was.
Simone Biles is the only black one.
Yeah, but them other girls ain't white. They like got funny names like Paisley and Maisden. That ain't the white. That's mixed with something. But it's a couple of them. But Biles is one of the ones that should have been. They should have been taken serious, but she wasn't either though. But I'm gonna say this though, man. Like I said, it's
The
because
wrong
the
family.
the FBI is involved with doing the same kind of shit. But at least back then they was. You know what I mean? And I believe it was just that's how it is, man. They had their hand on some little girl too. You know what I mean? So
And I think I have a problem, Big Hank, with people with authority and still doing perverted stuff or allowing
yeah,
perverted stuff on.
I got a problem with it too, man. But they was in charge, man. We just like look. Remember the Penn State coach? Remember him when he was playing with the little boys at night and all that? Yeah,
Oh
same
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Hey man, you know what? Hey, and you know what? I was listening to Cat Williams the other day. As a matter of fact, our producer played them on the comedy thing. If you go on that Squeecher.com, then go to Woe Hideout, he played the comedy thing by Cat Williams. And Cat Williams was talking about Michael Jackson. I had never heard that. And he had me laughing because I found myself falling in that category too. Oh, Michael Jackson, man, they trying to build that up and whoop whoop. But then my grandmother always said, don't let your good be spoken evil of. Because I could see me taking my kids to Knoxbury Farm, but I ain't gonna let them stay there with Charlie Brown and them overnight. You know what I'm saying? So if this man is that, which I couldn't believe those are his kids, but that's not for me to say. I'm not part of the Jackson family. It's just that I started hearing these when we heard these rumors about Michael Jackson. I kind of felt like Dave Chappelle. I was like, man, he wrote the Thriller. The Thriller. But we don't know that man. And I'm not
No.
going to find out with my own kids.
No.
I watched some of that show, and I didn't know that he was really a secluded person. Like people didn't come check on him. Like you would think him being Michael Jackson, and people will be friends with him. And how his kids want to go to the park and stuff, and how he would just really want to go out there and play. Be active with his kids. I watched some of it. It was too much. I had to cut it off because you really don't know. I don't know the real story, but watching that, it made me think about made me look at it in a whole different light.
But see, this is what I'm trying to figure out. What are we teaching our society? Is society telling us, because if I look up, you're killing, the police are killing basic traffic stops, not El Chapo or whatever. But I see the sexual predator being walked. He ain't been forced in the car. They open up the car going. I seen dudes hit. I've been through that. I had some glass and my face in the hood, and my glass was all up here when they stood me all up and stuff. Right? These guys get to walk right.
So your glasses was like this. Your glasses was like this.
Yeah, you know that. They sure did. Hey, look here. I done snatched this bag of money, and when the police pulled up, I said, "They're a problem officer." Hey, get your car. So I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" Bam! I was like, "Okay, I see this is gonna be serious."
Yes.
I done took about 4 or 5 of them. This one. It was one police officer. I'm a teenager at college. These 2 officers would stake me out. So when I go to a party, I lie you not, I would start my car, bro. They would stop me 10 feet from my house in the car, get me out. They would take me all the way to the side of the city. Now I'm a teenager. I'm 18. So one day I said, "Man, why you keep messing with me, man?" So he gets out. White guy. "What, you want something?" I said, "Man, I'm tired of you, man. If you didn't have a gun and stuff, I could deal with you."
Yeah.
This is a true story. He put his gun and holster thing on the hood of the car. So my heart started racing like, okay, it's on then. So he kept trying to grab me, and I kept getting low, and I was tearing his stomach up. I was just whacking. I was just going. Lie to you not, man, I thought I was getting the best of it. I wake up in the morning. They had threw me in a ditch. His partner hit me over the head with a billy club for real. I wake up in the ditch with my car still running. It was 11:30 at night. When I woke up, it's 7-something in the morning, bro. I'm in a ditch. Because I woke up and I'm like, oh my, there's grass everywhere. My head was ringing.
Yeah.
Now, I'm a teenager. Lucky they didn't kill me. Or they could have left me out there to die if they leave me in the dish. You feel me?
Yeah.
But these little kids who can't defend themselves. At the church, you see the little girls singing and stuff like that. And here's some guy out there ready to attack these babies. I think that I'm doing it in the name of the Lord because I'm like Attila the Hun.
Yeah.
When I did a guy like that, like Attila the Hun, I finally caught up with him. And he said, "Oh, man, come on, bro. Show me some mercy." And I said, "Bro, if you was in line with God, I wouldn't be here. I probably am the punishment of God, bro." You understand what I'm talking about, Big Hank?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Sometimes they gotta get it, man. You know what I mean? And like you said, man, if it's one of my kids, my understanding is gonna be fucked up. I ain't gonna have no understanding, man, about bonds. So
what do we do? I wonder, is there something we could correct an 800 number for any little kid that feels like they can't tear their family or they can't hear, and they call, and there's something that happens within 24 hours?
That'd be awesome.
Like 4 or 5 guys.
Come up with an app. Come up with an app, Roy Anthony. Come up with an app, man.
Because, man, it seems like with us talking about it, I was telling somebody that God has been blessing us majorly, all 3 of God, because guess what? We're constantly showing the word, our testimony, that we're not ashamed of God. You and I go against the directories of these most way Christians supposed to be. One time somebody said, "Oh, y'all the high deacons." I said, no matter how you want to look at it, because some of y'all got high blood pressure, and you take all that medicine from the pharmaceutical companies. Don't say question it. I grow, but God said anything that I grow is good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, Rick Martin is made by the best barleys that's grown. You understand me?
Plant the seed. Plant the seed.
Plant the seed.
Oh, good soil now. Good soil. Good soil.
On good soil.
Good
All
soil.
Good
dirt
soil.
is good. You know, I used to, my candy would fall in dirt, and I would say, God made dirt. Dirt don't hurt.
Don't hurt.
Then your mouth
But these,
let it hurt. I remember that.
you know, what do I tell? I feel for these babies. When I
Yeah.
see kids, I see innocence.
Yes,
You
sir.
know, my babies are virgins. Well, my 17-year-old, I'm pretty sure he ain't a virgin. But I told him when he was 14, I started saying, hey, I was showing where to get the Jimmy hats
Mhm.
in my drawer. Because I don't want to tell them don't do that, but you're going to do it the right way. Hey, there's Miss Big Hank. Miss Big Hank, how you
Hey,
doing?
Miss Hank.
Hey,
How you
Miss Big Hank.
doing?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Check out
Yeah.
the shirt. Let me see the shirt,
Oh,
baby.
oh, yeah.
Wait,
Hey,
wait a minute. Look. Hey.
I
Oh,
knew
and
you
it
wanted to
matches.
go to Miss Hank.
Oh, yeah. That must be under the long. Is that under the trademark?
No, not quite, man, but we're gonna make it happen, man. It's my baby, man. It's who saved my life right here.
Yeah, I
Man,
call her Miss Big Hank.
Yeah,
She
that's pretty
love it.
neat.
This ain't no
Bye, you
fake,
guys. I
y'all.
gotta go.
I'm
I gotta
okay.
go back to work.
Okay. God bless you.
later.
God bless. Bye bye, unique. I see uniqueness.
I see you, beautiful.
Let me tell y'all something. That wasn't just right then. That's like that all the time.
That's
Yes,
good.
sir.
That's why I can't
Yes,
get a
sir.
relationship. It don't be like them, then I don't want it.
That's
Right.
right,
I
man.
don't need no 70-30, no 60-40. It's
None of that.
50-50 with them.
Yes,
Right.
I
sir.
seen them with a house. They got a house. I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been around,
Yes,
not
sir.
at the new house, when they had the
Yeah.
corner spot.
You remember that? Yes, sir.
And let me tell you how God does it. You keep staying with something.
Yeah.
The house too small for Hank himself. You know, he a big, tall. His wingspan is long. He could be in the
Yes,
living room and reach in and get us.
sir.
But look what
Yeah.
God. I'm looking at what God. Can't no one tell me.
I know it, man.
Been
Yes,
there.
sir.
Hey y'all,
Yes,
some
sir.
major stuff have happened to me. I signed a contract letter. I was gonna tell you, they gave me a bass, sound stuff on it. Man, I'm wait a minute. It's all about getting our studio and stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't brag on it. I don't brag on
Yeah.
it. But God,
So
ever
blessings.
since
You
we've
gonna
been
tell
doing this, I told somebody, whatever I'm doing, Big Hank's doing, Miss Uniqueness. I lie to you not. God's been blessing me. You know
Yes,
why?
sir.
Because He said, if you're ashamed of me, I'll be ashamed of you.
it's your
Right.
season. You don't do everything out of season. It's your season, and that's the whole purpose to tell who gave it to you. You gotta
And what?
tell it.
Yeah, God gave it to me.
But
I
God
ain't
put it
worried
on.
about these other heathens and stuff for real. I tell
Yeah.
people,
You don't
did
know
you
what
ever,
you have to do to get it.
did,
They
yeah,
don't
did
know
you ever,
what steps you had to go through to get to where you at.
you
All
ever
they see
notice
is
that?
what happened, the results. They don't know
Yeah.
what you had to do to get there.
Oh my God.
That's right.
And
That's
where I'm
right.
speaking, me and Big Hank had a conversation before we hooked up. We sat in his living room. I don't know if he remember this, and we was going over scriptures. And I'm thugism, and Hank has his thugism, and we talking. Then he said, "Hey, bro, you going down that way? You drop me off." I said, "Oh, you got to work at the church." He said, "Man, I'm a deacon there." We just had a good conversation in this action show, and I'm looking, and I'm saying to myself, I don't want to be a heathen. Not like I am. I'm a be a heathen, but I need to better myself up.
Hmm.
And he probably don't remember that conversation we was going over about the scriptures and stuff like
Hmm.
that. And I seen belief now. Do I believe in God? Yes. Does it help me refrain from some things that I used to do? Yes. Am I still working on some other areas of myself? Yes.
Yeah.
I always, because I give people who they want to say you're a Christian, whatever. I don't give you that. But if you get in my face, I'm gonna tell you like this: a lot of you preachers got wealthy doing the crack game. Now you still harbors over people who's working their hardest out while you're planning to do a sermon so you can move the crowd. But our St. Luke doesn't do that. Big Hank doesn't do. When I seen Big Hank with the Spirit of God bringing all the different gangsters together, Crips, Bloods, and those who don't affiliate with neither one, but is captured. When you call me, I'm riding with you. All of them, Crips, Bloods, gangsters, low riding everything at the church,
Yeah. Yeah.
honoring God, saying Jesus is real. Now me, I'm worse of heathens. I always tell people I'm the heathen of all heathens.
Yeah.
Like you said, Miss Uniqueness, I know what I've been through. Just like
Yeah.
Hank, I've been shot, I've been stabbed. Y'all know what I think the worstest thing was being in a dark room and only light is shining is a moon, and you don't know where that blade is coming.
Mm-hmm.
They
You
didn't know
fighting
you had
invisible.
to reintroduce yourself to yourself. They got to know the new you. They got to see. They always going about what they heard about you, your past. They can't acknowledge who you are now because a lot of people ain't gonna be able to go where you're going. A
And
lot of people said,
they
"Oh,
still want
man,
Miss
that's
Uniqueness.
what I'm
I
doing."
tell them to go to the podcast and figure me out because this is where I say
Right.
because out on the street, I'm gonna be where my hat's tilted and I'm really not fucking with you like that.
The mask. I'm gonna have the mask.
But I get a lot, you know what I'm saying? There's certain things I'm gonna do, certain people I'm
Yeah.
gonna hang with. Because
Yeah.
guess what? Everybody don't get the message that we're saying.
Right.
I done put some
People
brothers
bring
down.
out different people
I
in you.
done looked down the barrel of a gun from both ends. There's been the decision, I'm not gonna shoot it. And there's been the decision of please don't shoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
But you know what? I'm grateful for y'all. I'm grateful for us to take over subjects that y'all not scared to tackle.
Yeah.
And y'all,
Okay.
guess what? Before we have to get off, I want to give a birthday shout out to my firstborn, my queen, Jaquela Anderson. She's 19 years old today.
Oh what? Hey, happy birthday. Is she
Hey,
there?
happy
No,
birthday,
she's at
Jaquela.
work. She's at work. She's securing the bag. She's in the bag.
What? Happy
Yes.
birthday.
Birthday.
Tell her
Happy
for
birthday,
real.
Jaquela.
And just prayers. I also may be a grandmother. So we're just gonna keep praying about that one. So
You a grandmother?
Congratulations.
You're
Congratulations.
getting
I don't
Miss
know
Moore
yet.
said it. You're getting younger as it goes. You're just getting too younger.
That's it.
I'm just teasing with you. I'm teasing with you.
Congratulations.
I like that.
Congratulations, Miss Uniqueness.
Thank you.
Yes. You know what? And the thing is that your daughter felt comfortable to talk to you about it. And it's obviously you didn't judge her and make her feel bad. Let her know there's a support system.
I mean, she's young and everything, but I didn't have nobody to talk to me. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't dare do that to another young lady. I would treat a young lady the way I wanted to be treated. So it's other young babies out here that's having babies. They didn't know which way to go. Y'all ain't gonna never be nothing and all that. That's garbage. You can be whatever you want to be. Do like I did. Walk off the stage with your baby in your arms. Can't tell me nothing.
Yeah. Well, if I can, and for myself, I'll be honest with y'all. I feel like, just a quick testimony as far as like, I thank God. I don't think I would have this character if I didn't go through the stuff. And I was always told God only puts on you what he knows you can bear. Big Hank could have lost his life when you knocked them police out at your place that day you walked in there. They could have blasted you up and stuff and had every single. I got 6 bullet holes in my back, 2 bullets in there because blacks and browns was worn, and I was on my way to Compton. And my ballistics matched 7 other murders. I've been where I was on Skid Row for 3 weeks. Didn't know what my next day was going to be. I never get stealing a potato and put it in some people's microwave because I was that hungry.
Yeah.
And I said, Lord, I never get, when I was at my lowest one time, I never get, it was 2007. I was working, but I'm staying in hotels. I have no type of foundation submitted. Like I'm just in the wind. And I got to the point, I said, man, the devil kept telling me, you're going to take your life. You ain't no good here. For 2 weeks, I walked across that Delamo Bridge by the Green Line Station, Big Hank.
Yeah.
By the Blue Line Station over there by the Delamo. Every day I walk across the bridge for about 2 weeks, wondering if I should just go on and end it because I ain't doing shit here. Feel like I have a buzzer feather, but guess what? It wasn't
Look
no
at you.
preachers and all
Look,
that.
look at you
What you,
now.
that's what I'm
Look
saying,
at you
man.
now.
It's nothing but God, man. And if
Look at you
he'd do it
now.
for me, he'd do it
Yeah,
for Big Hank,
you did it for me.
he'd do it for Miss Uniqueness,
And doing it, still doing it.
Miss
Yes,
Moore.
sir.
She's radiating. How you gonna tell me what I'm saying wrong? The Lord said, "Don't be ashamed of me, bro." It seems like the more we've been talking and be putting ourselves out there, Big Hank, Miss Uniqueness,
Yes,
you've been
sir.
coming in. God's been blessing us. It's
Yeah,
got to a point
yeah,
I cannot let this show go by and say, "Oh, I can't do it." I'm like Miss Uniqueness. It's my way of testifying.
yeah.
Now, am I right? I don't know, but let God be my judge.
You gotta be
That's
heard in order to
that's
be good.
You
That's
want to leave
it.
a funky comment? I don't give a rat's ass. I'm not that person who care about comments. I was raised sticks and stones, break my bones. Words ain't never hurt me. I find
yeah.
your IBU. I get your IBU unit number and find out where you go, and let's see if your life is better.
Right.
Because I tell you one thing: if God is for you, who can be against you? I don't care
Who could
about
be
no.
against?
I don't care about no super stuff. I don't care about none of that. I don't care if you're prestigious. Oh, you can go to this and Harvard and all that. I don't care about none of that.
Yeah,
I congratulate you, but my spirituality is based on God, who's a spirit, and they that worship Him in spirit and in truth. Now, you want a trip because I'm gonna smoke me a blunt? Because tomorrow, Friday night, I'm doing Volume 2, Big Hank, of old funk and lowrider music. I'm telling you, it was
yeah,
jamming Friday. You can see the recordings. I'm on Spreaker. I'm gonna put it on and
yeah,
stuff. I'm coming
yeah.
in, but I'm thankful for y'all, man, because I'm seeing y'all. Y'all make me open up.
Appreciate you, man. Yes, sir. Hey, I'm gonna speak on what he did for me, man. He snatched me up out the muck and the mire, put me over there, and put me down. And you know what I'm saying? And he planted me somewhere. You dig what I'm saying? He
Yep.
planted me right here where I'm at, man. You dig what I'm saying? And when I got out the pen in 2012, I didn't have a pair of drawers, no socks, no shoes, no nothing. Like, I got a closet full of suits. Stacey Adams
I'm
up,
about to say,
up
boy, he
there.
got a wardrobe out this world, y'all.
Wardrobe
He
about
really
this
do.
world. Out the game, man. I'm wardrobe about the game. Stacey Adams, every color on my feet. You dig what I'm saying? And I know I didn't do it. I know I didn't do it,
Real
man.
gold chains on our necks too. We don't
For
have to
real,
take our
yes, sir.
chains off when we
I
take a
done had
shower.
nothing. I done had nothing. I done had nothing, man.
I
No,
went to one
I
room
know what he
house
can do.
with a lot of kids,
I
and I
know what
just
he
had
can
to
do.
let go of some stuff and some people to get
Yes, sir.
elevated to where I am now. I never would have imagined I would be talking to anybody. I was in a cage. I always wanted to have a voice. So sometimes your voice be stricken until you waiting on you. How bad do you want it? What do you want to do? Sometimes we
Yeah.
ask God for some stuff and no good and well, we weren't ready for it. So it ain't that he wouldn't give it to us, but he was trying to spare us because we weren't ready for what what you asking him for. Be like, nah, dog, I got this for you, but
Amen,
you
Miss
ain't.
Unique. Did you go
You
ahead
know what
now?
I'm saying? So therefore, I said I wanted me a
Yeah.
bow ass and all this stuff. Lord knows I wasn't ready. They said he who finds a wife finds a good thing.
He had fun.
Girlfriend, we ain't training these girls up to be a wife. You came in as a wife. So a lot of men ask for a wife, but do we ask for a husband? Are we ready for what we asking for? So he
Mm.
That's
just
right.
holds down in the fort until we ready for it. It do. He
But
just
you
waiting on we
talking
get
now
ready.
good. I thought she gonna start the show and she was so nervous, but she born. But we got your back, girl. She gave me that side view. Look, I see you got your hair more over your left side, so you gave us that view like that.
Yes, you see me, honey.
That's
Yes.
pretty
That's
though.
that. That's
But
that Christina Carter, man. That's that Christina
yeah,
Carter, man.
One and only, the one and only. Yes.
Hey,
yep. And you know what?
my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter name is Christina, so I love that name, man. I love that name.
Appreciate it.
Very pretty nice, man. And you know
Yeah,
what? I'm
pretty.
so glad to hear testimonies of not from people who's like, oh, I got to get my tithes. God's been blessing me.
Yes, sir.
We didn't have no tithes sometimes. What you
What
say?
you telling me to tell them? You watch his comedy shows? Oh, my son said I watched all his little comedy shows
Oh,
on
does he like? I got a fan. What's your son's name?
Jaquavis Sanders.
I'm gonna call him Jay. You just said he said don't say my whole government name like that.
We
His
said
partners
Quay.
don't even, huh?
You said what?
Quay.
Quay, okay. Yeah, I was like, you don't say his whole government name. That's like Quavo from the Migos. You gotta break it down to abbreviation. What's up, Quay?
What?
Man, I appreciate
Quay.
that, man. Quay, yeah. Appreciate you, bro. And stuff. You let us know your mama's around the real people. Me and Big
Yes,
Hank are
sir.
professional comedians and stuff, and we
That's what
doing
we
this
do.
right. And
That's what we do.
I'm glad the general public can hear from us because we could be stuck up, Big Hank. You know that. You got it, man. You man famous. Big Hank more famous than I do. He still holds the USC record for receiving and yard. Am I correct? Touchdowns. Am I correct?
Well, I did. At one time, I was USC's all-time leading receiver. Now the record's been broke, but they can't take that from me. That I was USC's all-time
You
leading
still
receiver
in that
at one
history
time.
books. That's what I'm saying.
That part.
Guess what
That
history
part.
book I was? See, only history book I was at the Metropolitan Police Station.
I got you.
44910. You understand me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I said, Lord, get past this record. Other people have broke my record numerously times, but I will still be known as 44910.
That part right there.
So,
Yeah.
hey man, so when we all get to heaven, I told the people, I really don't need. They say there's a mansion for you. Hey, if I can get in there just to hold the toilet paper, let the royal bus get theirs, and I hand them some toilet paper. At least I'm in the house.
You
You know what
made
I'm
it.
saying? If I can hold the toilet paper, I ain't gonna
You
hate
made
on none of that. I'll be mad at one of y'all like, man, you sure using a lot of toilet paper. Told you don't eat all that holy tapioca up in there, but here you go. But I would sure be holding it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Lord wouldn't even have to wake me up. He says, time to go hold the toilet paper. I'm already there, Lord. Listen to everybody sing Big Hank and Miss Uniqueness, Miss Moore. Y'all be all up in there having a jubilee. Like, where's Roy?
What
He's
you
in the
said?
back. He's here. He's just holding toilet paper. I
You
ain't
can
gonna
be
be
a
mad.
songbird, but if you ain't got no anointing in your voice, you just singing. If you can't
Well,
save one person, you just
huh,
sing.
oh, well, that's what I'm saying. I can sing, but my sins has made me hold the toilet paper. I'm not mad. Just let me be there.
You made
Consider
it,
me
man.
the
Long as
holy
you
toilet
made it.
paper holder in heaven. That's hey. I
Long
will
as you
hear.
made it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody, we all make up the body of Christ. I may be the baby toenail that look like the sunflower seed. Hank is an
Yeah.
eye, and you could be the temple. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We don't know where we stand, but it's
That's
to get
right.
in where you fit in and enjoy where you at, right?
That part.
Right.
So,
Yes, sir.
hey man, check this out. Y'all have a blessed weekend.
You do the
Y'all who's
same.
been watching the show that y'all can get something out of us. You know, we just been increasing our the city where I got a chart where the cities was telling me um where we it used to be 2 cities watching us, Los Angeles and Missouri. Now we got like a list
That's
of cities, man. And so
Good.
if we reach one, that's enough.
That's all that counts.
I want to thank Miss Moore for coming in. I really, really love her responses, her quick segments. That's that mentor, and I like that. I don't care if we on CBS, ABC. They ain't gonna allow me. They ain't gonna stop me from letting Miss Moore in for real. I tell them she's coming in this, and so they paying attention to us. You know, all these other ones too. Matter of fact, I heard some subjects being said it was from us. These other people with podcasts. You know, we never talk about no one bad. I tell people, please go look at like my man Big Ski and their podcast, Anything Goes. I love their podcast. Look it on Facebook, on Woe Entertainment. They have these guys coming in. I'll be watching them sometimes. They probably don't know, but we ain't haters. We're congratulators. Remember,
Yeah.
it's
I
never a
tuned in on
confrontation.
the producers podcast the other day.
Yeah, he has some
Gave
very
me
good stuff. Yeah, Richie King, aka Red. Yeah, I love when he brings up different animals. Man, you learn all these different animals about him. Then on Wednesday nights, Blue Phoenix has the gaming. Like if your kids play the games, they need to watch Blue Phoenix. She tells you all the secrets, bro. She's a professional on gaming. Yeah.
My son making a game actually for Quitman County area. He has created a whole game. I didn't know he was so talented.
Oh, for real?
On Facebook, and he's trying to finish. He's got the buildings on, and he said he's gonna let somebody. They got to do something to be able to play it.
I can turn them on to the right. I can turn them on to the right people. I'm glad you said that because they got the campus over by the campus by UCLA. That's the gaming campus. They give them a job and bring them there to stay there at their campus. They teach games.
I'm gonna give it to you. All my kids talented. They get that part from their mama, but they very talented. Very talented.
Hey, that's right. Well, you know what, y'all? I'm glad. I'm so happy for y'all, man. And I think that's what gives us blessings when you really are happy and sincere about somebody else. And I'm not being a passive aggressor. I've been working on that. I know when to be a passive aggressor, and I know when to be an aggressor. But I'm not going to switch them up. So, anyway, God bless y'all, man.
Bless y'all. I enjoyed today.
God bless y'all, man.
I'm going to give me some cards ready, man. I'm going to be writing time.
We're about to have a studio. Sometimes you're going to be in Long Beach because we got a studio coming in. Let me stop. We got a studio being taken care of. Big Hank, I'll be out there next week. I got some stuff being took care of, and we're gonna be in the studio, y'all. Miss Uniqueness, we sometimes will come down there and we get behind that Fleet DJs. I can't wait to do that too with the Fleet DJ banner you got in the back. We coming in there, and that way we can kick it with Miss Moore because I'm with her and King Mo and stuff. So anyway, man, God bless y'all. Love y'all much, and have a blessed weekend.
Peace out.
God bless.
Is anybody out there? Hey, tune in. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West Coast. The Roy Anthony Show. It's the hottest show, homie, on the West